for 3 from the floor. 0 for 2 from deep. With 3 turnovers.
Great matchup. Stapleton, outstanding athlete. Sampson, we already talked about it. 2 guys that are high flyers, active.
Blakeney 5th in the league in scoring. That's a long 2, and it's good.
Nobody.
Taken away again by the Tigers. 4th turnover for State. Blakeney, pull-up jumper. Got it! And LSU off to a red-hot percentage and 3-point field goal percentage. In SEC play, opponents are averaging 89 points a game.
And Darius Thornwell and DeAndre Burnett. That game is also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. The runner made by Blakeney. 51% from the floor, which is number 3 in the SEC. A big part of that is because of jams just like that. Blakeney on the break will step all the way through. Looked like he might have taken an extra step.
Taken off offensively.
Holman, 3-pointer. Tip in by Weatherspoon, off the mark.
Weatherspoon so focused on where the basketball was, didn't locate the basket. Well, he should have just grabbed it, brought it down, get the possession.
Reith with a double pump. Blakeney, 3-pointer. Nailed it. And the Tigers couldn't get the ball to him. Kegler. And Blakeney the rebound.
Kegler a little overconfident there. Made his last jumper. Tried to step out and stretch it a little farther.
Pulls the ball away. Wright in transition. And Reith the rebound.
And LSU has had so many plays just like that one a few minutes ago when Wade Sims couldn't handle the ball. And
immediately following the conclusion of this ball game. Get a chance to hear from the senior tonight. Blakeney hits the 3-pointer.
The ball had to go under. Well done. There are a lot of eyes on Blakeney every time he touches the ball by the guys in the orange shirts.
Around the screen from Reith. Fades, fires, and hits Antonio Blakeney. And right now, Joe Lenardi has them in. They've got the regular season finale at home against the Gators, a team they actually beat earlier this year in Gainesville. Blakeney unimpeded. That'll be a goaltend.
Frazier. Edwards can't handle a hot pass. LSU doing what they like to do, and that is run and run.
it's not a hand in his face.
Georgia shooting 58% to start this game. That has been the theme for LSU. They look at stat sheets, and it seems like every night their opponent's shooting over 50%. Nice drive to the hoop before the missed shot. Either way, LSU with the basketball and a 6-0 run.
And the Tigers have been pretty patient offensively.
How about the what was all in Tony Green's ear about a travel? He thought Parker took an extra step.
He might have shuffled him when he caught it, and he ball faked. Not a great three-point shooter. Parker put it on the floor. Got him a 2. Johnny Jones probably had an argument.
Blakeney, corner 3.
Hands by Parker defensively to knock that away.
Obede a little too strong with the left hand.
They have pounded it twice down to the big fella. He's missed both times.
Blake. Sampson. Blakeney. LSU will reset.
What a tough.
It's a 7-0 LSU run. Georgia is now gone scoreless. 3.5 minutes. Here's some pressure by the Bulldogs. Under a minute to go.
Holy travel.
Blakeney got it.
Had a lot of upperclassmen that were worried about getting their own, and injuries that should be 2-day injuries became 2-week injuries because they had packed it in and didn't feel like they were playing for anything, and there were literally fights in the locker room because of how guys were responding to adversity and how others were trying to continue to play hard, and it's just an ugly situation. You got players
Dunnan's one of those pogo stick-like leapers. That's one thing he does extremely well. And there's Blakeney.
of a factor where previous teams have had a little bit too much leverage on the court and not been pulled out of the game quick enough for defensive mishaps.
Blakeney, there you see the good ones over 2 decades of service time with the LSU program, both as a player, an assistant coach, and now as a head coach in his 5th year, the 4th all-time wins leader in school history with 89. Blakeney picks up where he left off in the first half. Over the shoulder pass to Brown. Keep in mind, too, one of the metrics you mentioned, strength of schedule. A credit to this league, all 14 teams are top 100 in the country in strength of schedule. That was an issue a few years ago and has been rectified by the coaches and their scheduling.
Well, and when it's a strong hand to left, we're taking it coast to coast.
Well, it's been rather quiet thus far, just 4 points tonight. And he can heat up in a hurry. Blakeney off a down screen. Thinks about it. Now an NBA 3, and he knocks it down. Back to Wiley. Another double. Wiley's going to fire it anyway. Blakeney, shake and bake. Blakeney just blowing by the season. And this year, the expectation is not as high, but I don't think anybody anticipated this lengthy of a losing streak. It's just been a hard-look season for LSU in that respect, as Blakeney connects on another 3. This is Reed, faces up, fires the baseline jumper, rattles out, tapped around, and into the hands of Blakeney, who fires it up and in.
And toughness. You need that if you expect to get some rebounds deep. Nice. I don't know if coach is probably looking at him saying, let's try to get that where we want it. Free throw line area, inside out threes.
Blakeney takes it strong, high out the wing. Numbers. Ingram throws it off the knee of Norris, and now it's LSU full throttle. Blakeney leads the pack and banks it home.
A 5-hole right there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. There's Blakeney. Ingram. Ball up, no. Scooped up by Sampson on a run out. 3-on-2, and the finish by Blakeney. But you talk to Avery Johnson, he loves the college game, and he loves Alabama, and it just seems like a terrific fit. Blakeney on a blow-by. Not to connect. Blakeney. That's Johnson. Weaving, passing, finding Collins, who lost control of the basketball. Now Blakeney stops and pops. Got it. He is
laid in. You got high expectations now. We know you just can't, just not a shooter.
I thought he was going to give the rim a workout there as well. Blakeney. It's basically the Blakeney.
Swap Reith. And Reith gets his paws on it. The LSU Tigers have the ball. First, we're underway here in Oxford. Starting 5 for the Tigers includes Reith and Blakeney, Sampson, Sims, and the freshman Skylar Mays. Blakeney up top, guarded by Davis. Here's Mays, trouble with the handle. Finds Blakeney, a deep 2 on the way, nothing but Division I players. Wide open 3, in and out. Saiz boards it, has it stripped and scooped up by LSU's Wade Sims. Here's Blakeney in the front court. Blakeney slashes, fires, and drops the teardrop and shows he can shoot from distance.
He'll take 1 or 2 a game, but I can guarantee you he's going to take a second one if he makes one. The big man's going to say, feed me the rock. I got another one.
Sometimes they call that fool's gold. Sampson skips it into the corner to Blakeney on a 3, and those 2 guys, Davis, and he continues his torrid shooting.
He's shooting over 40% from 3, and he's just much more comfortable playing off the ball. They thought he could play some point guard for him, but you just can't be stubborn with that. His niche is catch and shoot.
Transfer from New Mexico, where he played for his dad, who's a coach, and meanwhile, you gotta.
Ole Miss is going to go back to their man-to-man. That zone defense just had too many holes in it. Back-to-back time for the Tigers.
This is Jalen Patterson, the veteran, to Blakeney. Blakeney does what he does best, just takes it strong. Around the horn, Neal on an NBA 3, too strong. Epps skies for the rebound and lost it. Scooped up by LSU. Mays on a run out. Finds Blakeney on the deuce.
He took by not making the NCAA tournament last year. That's made this year sting just a little bit more. But on the bright side, there's a lot of really good young talent on this team that should only get better throughout their careers.
This is part of that young talent, part of the game to be able to know when to be aggressive, how to be aggressive, and how to stay out of foul trouble. Reef to Sampson up top. Around the horn into the hands of Blakeney. Stop and pop. Jump shot is good. Player in this whole equation doesn't put up big numbers, but Hyman gives you a lot of different things. Decent shooter, good rebounder, very aggressive defender.
Whew, man, he's tough. Fought the effort, hustle, beating the rest of the team down the court, but got to let it go.
I'd like to see Brooks pass the ball in that spot. He had about a 4-on-1 break. Blakeney on a pull-up right between the eyes. Ahead to Blakeney with Hannah's guarding. Blakeney missed a shot. Gets it back and flips it up and in. There's a steal by LSU. Ahead to Blakeney. Pulls it home. He's just 2 rebounds off of a career high. Here's a strip. LSU trying to run. Here's Blakeney. Lays it up and in.
Fans and seeing the shot pack, you know, they helped us win a lot of games. I had a conversation with the guys before the game, and I said, 1 in 10 is not, the spirit of LSU. Guys, we need to come out and play it a little more hard, make a start, but they will come out. You remember, but they will come out and just play very, very hard. And I just want the guys to get back to that. And this guy right here definitely got to play like this all the time, cool the time, and get back to that.
I agree. Well, they played with a sense of urgency early in this first half. It's turned a little bit in the second half, so
they let it go.
Turn it on and off. You have to have winning habits right now, and then let the committee do their job as they did today when they basically stated that Kentucky and Florida were number 3 seeds.
And you wonder if that bodes well for teams like Tennessee and Arkansas if the committee is saying, hey,
grown man hoops. Whew. Moses Kingsley that time just bigger, stronger, more efficient on the interior. But if I'm LSU, I want to go right back inside, try to get it to Dewap Reef.
A quiet second half for Reef, but Blakeney.
Here's Jenkins now, 17-footer wouldn't drop for him. Long rebound into the hands of Patterson. Blakeney puts it in for 3. Monk came in and said, I don't have a problem with it. Here's Blakeney now. And he puts it in. Blakeney through the lane. Too easy.
Malik Monk may not be in a complete collapse yet, but certainly trending in that direction. It wasn't that long ago they were the 2 seed in the Western Conference. Now they're down to the 5 if the playoffs were to start today. I know CP3's out.
Skylar Mays weaving throughout and all the way down to the baseline. Blakeney again, this time off the ball screen. He's going to choose it from 16 feet and drop it for Kentucky. Briscoe lost control. Up ahead to Mays. Leads it, and finishing was Blakeney.
Hawkins would flatten to the corner and slide down that wing area. He did not.
Blakeney. This time the runner will drop it.
Goes, you know what? We can score every time down if we're just a little bit disciplined. And LSU right now is having great efficiency here in the second half.
Adebayo had it knocked away. Blakeney all the way. Briscoe finishes it off. And it's Reef now with 3 fouls. Point lead here, under 12. Blakeney able to shake free at the end there.
Team on top of the standings on the women's side.
Reith able to track that down. Spirited effort that time from Blake. Chicken with Kelly.
Well, Tess, John Calipari has reiterated this week that he loves this team because they're unselfish kids who want to win. He says they just don't know how yet. So Cal's wearing this all hard as a coach. He says
Under. How about the footwork there? I mean, just the balance and understanding by De'Aaron Fox.
Blakeney again. Look to him as a guy who could step up as a leader. There's a turnover here. And to your point, the way they've gone about these final minutes, and Blakeney adds 2.
Very well, kind of hit the wall. He doesn't come out of the game much. In fact, only 1 minute the last 5 contests. He's got to go over and sit down and rest. Maybe seeing some of that in his shooting percentage starting to drop a little bit. First shot is tough to shoot a high percentage when you're basically playing 1-on-5 against a good defensive team. So you got to set picks for your teammates, keep that ball moving, keep yourself moving. That'll start a good start.
They had a good team last year. They just got killed in the non-conference that kept them out of the NCAA tournament. They won 11 games in the SEC last year. Blakeney on the drive and gets the layup.
Make sure that you continue to take care of the basketball and be strong.
South Carolina 1 for 7 from the floor in the second half. Blakeney gets his first bucket.
They don't know how to play defense. They have to learn that. And the question is, how quickly can LSU learn it?
You know what I love about working with you? Is the Real Talk segment was supposed to last like 2 minutes. It's been like this entire second half. Blakeney splat.
Over does. And right now, LSU needs somebody a little meaner, a little tougher that is going to test the opponent.
Drop Reith and a 3 early. And it's Anthony Livingston. That is the last thing LSU would like to have seen. First shot to go down to 3. This is Antonio Blakeney, the Tigers' leading scorer.
Hornsby lost a lot of offense, a lot of experience. They needed a guy to come in this year and be a star.
There he goes.
Yeah, and that's absolutely going to be up for that one. How great is that? Somebody was saying last night, Jim's also the king of nuggets. He's always got a good sports nugget. I wish sometimes he'd bring me some chicken nuggets.
Yes.
I think 2008 is the last time those two guys met in a major final, a Grand Slam final.
It's pretty wonderful. Antonio Blake. Saw Mark Adams as well, assisted behind Beard. I was impressed with just the comprehension level in the practice. I mean, everyone is focused, eye contact, they're held accountable. 5 push-ups if you miss a free throw in practice. Blakeney rises and hits. That's a big one.
Athletes he's ever coached, and Smith has really put together a game around that athleticism.
He's contesting that shot. Blakeney.
Zach Smith, don't do it to him.
Blakeney pulls up. Well, he lights that. Stevenson, no. Blakeney going in. Count the bucket. Again, Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, the 2 young freshmen. But yeah, Monte Morris.
He can do that. He has been so good. Did not make a basket against South Carolina. Came back against Vanderbilt. Had 29 in that game.
Here's Reith. He'll hand it off to Blakeney. 5th leading scorer in the conference.
We're at a 30-point game here, and players have a way of shutting down. And so the battle for Mike White is creating some adversity, getting these guys not to do that.
gingerly moving around the floor. Ask for a screen. Pull-up jumper. And the tap is good by...
With him, injected him into the starting lineup.
Here's a run out, 3-on-1. A lot of purple. Blakeney with a throwdown.
Oh, my word. Find value in other things besides putting that ball through the basket.
Look at Blakeney.
Oh, my word, dude.
You know, he's supposed to... Wiley with 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 15 minutes of work.
Tell both these coaches, emphasize at halftime, let's go inside. We want to score in the paint.
Guap Reef. Little pull up. He grabbed the basketball as it was coming through the net. Blakeney now. Blakeney had a nice first half with 9, but only 2 here in the second half. High off the window.
As starters in high school, get as many shots as they want. Some great hands right there again for LSU.
Blakeney's been quiet, not anymore. From the top.
Maybe wasn't. Although Blakeney can hit that shot. Just can get it anytime you want in the offense.
Norris can't hit a 3. 2-on-1 the other way. Blakeney on the finish.
Be on the lookout for him. Whenever he's got an advantage, get it to him.
Strong take by Key, but he can't finish at the rim. Ahead of the pack, Sims. Scooped up by Sampson. And now a reset for LSU. Blakeney.
That's his pull-up.
Yep. Well, we called for it.
For anybody to step up and contribute offensively.
See if LSU can get some of that momentum back. Alabama enjoying a 7-0 run. Reef doubled. Almost lost it. Kicks it back out to Blakeney. 10 to shoot. Blakeney on a pull-up. Blakeney rattles it home.
Offense and defense correlated pretty well.
Javaria Miller with the finish on the look from Tosha Morelos, and that was pretty. This is an outburst from A&M, and unfortunately, it's something that LSU is used to. Wake Forest put 110 points on them. Vandy scored 96. A struggling Missouri team even had 77 in a halftime lead, and Mississippi is Admon Gilder, sophomore from Dallas. The kick on the drive to Hampton. Loose ball, and it ends up in the hands of Sampson. 2-on-1, knocked out of his hands and right to Antonio Blakeney to start at Rupp Arena.
Well, when De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, and Isaiah Briscoe flip that switch defensively, I think it's hard to find a better backcourt defensively in the country.
Wow, Collins fouls Blakeney. Tyler Davis inside. You didn't know I was going there, did you? You didn't know I was going there, did you?
I did not. I did not.
Not a party till somebody ends up with a lampshade on their head. Here's Sampson. LSU had a couple of runs in them in the first half. This is a team that can score it, but Blakeney gives him 17 a game. He had 7 in the first half.
There's a lot of holding right now with the basketball by LSU. See how long it's staying in one person's hand? Now, Blakeney has the ability to make losses. Most of them were without Sindarius Thornwell, and even the losses themselves at Memphis, national championship coach Tubby Smith doing a good job there. You look at Seton Hall, probably the 4th, 5th best team in the Big East, and Clemson, who is fighting for their lives, but a quality lineup up a little bit. With that being said, his group that started the game didn't have a solid job on the defensive end, and we're on that defensive end.
Chase Carlton with the bucket. He's got a deuce.
And frankly, this Texas A&M team came out and hit them like a buzzsaw. They were ready to play. They were active. They were energetic. They were alert on both ends of the floor, and they are long and athletic.
Ball, Louisiana. Taking 1 of 2 from the line. The rebound into the lane for Skylar Mays. LSU in transition. Quick bucket on this team out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Averaging just shy of 10 points per game for the Bulldogs. Blakeney with a tough pull-up on the base. grabbing at his right hamstring as he walked slowly off the floor that time for the Bulldogs. Bob Reed gives it off. Blakeney. This time he got a three.
Anything effective.
Doesn't block. Gets it back himself. Holman went up strong to the rim. Contact down low. No whistle. Antonio Blakeney in transition. He's now got 10.
Yeah, that's an effective shot block can have on you, but he turned down the open shot. I know he's not typically a three-point shooter. He doesn't like to shoot him at that, but you have to take the open shot.
Blakeney able to play through Reddy. 13 today for the senior I.J. Reddy.
Yeah, I think Peters know Antoine might be in the studio. He gave him a little shimmy shake after that last three-point.
Woods out to Puryear, and he gets it taken away. LSU ends up with it in the hands of Blakeney. Blakeney over Geist from the paint, and LSU off to a 5-2 lead.
I love that.
To give us a boost off the bench. Geist tried to reverse it. LSU pushes, and we get a whistle.
That's good, Tom.
Yep.
His team, a lot of quick fixes when he got the job in April. Tried to put some Band-Aids on and get some people quickly around June and July. But he now has his own guys this year.
Missouri only 2 of 8 from the free throw line. That's been a thorn in their side. The lead 7. Missouri used a 16-0 run to take over this game in about a 3.5-minute span. Blakeney will pull. That's a long 2 and right over the top of Wall. That's the first half. Here's Puryear inside, and he throws it away. Back-to-back turnovers for Mizzou. Blakeney will push. Off the window and in, and LSU making a run to make it a 1. And Simeon Academy in Chicago, he's got 6 now. Parker was the number 2 overall pick. Missouri shows three-quarter court again. And they'll drop back into zone. Corner 3. And it goes. It's not what Missouri wants to give up. A night like this, since he dropped 21 on Xavier, but committed that foul at the end of the game that gave the Musketeers the win. Blakeney turns the corner. Nice shot by Antonio Blakeney.
Nice. LSU, you got to take a little bit more pride on the defensive end.
I thought you were a glass half full kind of guy. Phillips off balance. Are you going to complain? I mean, we get a shootout. We got more freedom of movement than the referees could ever officiate. We're just playing basketball. Blakeney throws it in. He's got 7 and waited a half second too long, perhaps. Missouri unable to convert. Epps brings it down. Out of there is Patterson. Little skip in the feed for Mays. And now Blakeney. Here he is, Antonio Blakeney. Sharpshooter, he's been dull. Barnett off the mark. And it's rebounded by Antonio Blakeney. Pull-up jumper is good by Blakeney. 22 now.
We talked about it the entire season last year, is on the defensive end. And as you said, they will have to take baby steps.
You know, there were times last year, not times, I mean, a good chunk of the season, LSU just simply looked disinterested in playing defense.
Well, again, you start conference, it's like starting fresh. You know, you have an opportunity to start 0-0, and nice little takeaway there by Blakeney.
Now he's got the floater to drop, to say the least, in that second half.
They sure did. I mean, they made 16 threes in a game. 11 were in the second half. But that's the area. If LSU can become committed defensively, they have talent on the offensive end. Even with the loss of Victor, there's enough there, but you got to be able to stop teams consistently.
Blakeney, the high run. LSU has cut it back to 5.
And part of it's making shots. It's also not turning it over.
High off the glass.
It was Vanderbilt making shots, not turning it over, and now it's LSU who sort of flipped the script.
Blakeney gets the screen. Stops on the baseline. 22 for Fisher Davis. He's 3 off his career high. He set that last time out against State. Off balance.
Become a better defender, but man, is he a good athlete.
Just a sophomore.
Go back to him here. Get him the ball. Let him create.
Nifty moves with the hand in his face. Here's Wade Sims again. Started 4 of 4 from behind the arc. Blakeney floats it up. 4 to shoot. Off the mark at LSU. They try to get it back to either 4 or 5 here. 55 seconds.
Over the basket.
Blakeney rises and hits a 3.
Because my brother was at Duke at the time, and Duke got a piece of it as well there in the semifinals. What I think a record that's going to stand the test of time.
Some great teams that Dave Odom had back in the day. Dave Odom here tonight. Nice take there.
Thrown into the fire last season. Looking for it to pay dividends with that experience as they enter ACC play.
Danny finally feels like he's got his guys now. Nice baseline jumper.
Well, it's so tough to guard. It's an empty ball screen. Keyshawn Woods attacks. He draws that second defender who's defending Middleglue, and he pops out, and he's wide open from 30.
Blakeney feeling it. That's a heat check. Gives it off to Bryant. Bounce pass inside, poked away from by Victor. Ahead to Blakeney all the way. Count it plus the foul. College basketball. Typical 3 left wide open in the corner that time. That's Austin Arians, the transfer from Milwaukee.
Once again, great ball movement by the Demon Deacons. LSU, that's good guy that's playing big. Again, his job is to protect the rim, finish plays inside, but more importantly, use his length and athletic ability to do the job defensively in the paint.
Blakeney. Weaving, driving, and a finish plus the foul. 16 points for the transfer from Milwaukee.
I'll tell you what, partner, when the eggnog is tasting good, you keep getting
Sends it off Cheeley around the horn, left to right, goes down the lane, has it taken away by Blakeney. Blakeney on the run to Mays. Back to Blakeney, slams it home with 2 hands.
That's a good way to get on the scoreboard.
Biggs. Harris sets a screen, shields everybody off. Pointer with a 3, right wing, won't go. Picked up in the lane by Skylar Mays. Blakeney. Pull-up jumper, 16-footer left side is good. Blakeney with just his second field goal. He's got 4, but work it into Patterson. Patterson, Victor, Reith, Blakeney, and Sampson. Blakeney, tough shot, just behind the arc, knocks it down. Right side, he had Johnson right in his face.
You're not going to stop him.
And we are ready to go. LSU in the white, Texas Southern in the maroon. It's a matchup of the Tigers in Baton Rouge tonight. Here is Blakeney. Right at the top of the key, off to a good start.
Nice to have a big fella be able to step out and shoot it. Trying to draw Reith outside of that paint.
Here is Blakeney for 3. Championship in the SWAC. This team is built to win. Robinson, no. And rebound down to Brandon Sampson, part of that sophomore class. And remember,
and that's
Ben
what
Simmons
LSU wants to do. That's what LSU wants to do. We don't pick and roll, pick and pop with Griffin. We pick and lob with Griffin. Just throw it up to him.
He's got great vertical. Blakeney again.
That's what we know he can do, and you just saw him do it. He loves and welcomes any kind of contact.
Oof, like that.
Group, we talked to him today at practice. He thinks this group's got a chance to be pretty good. The guys returning from a year ago were disappointed how the season went. One of those.
And the basket by Graff. That's the first 2-point bucket for the Eagles. They lead by 3.
And the pass by Patrick Cole. Cole is their leader. A big-time scorer, 21 points a game, but he will run the show on the offensive end.
Blakeney gets...
I like their poise. I like their patience. I like how they have done offensively of just controlling what they want to do.
Blakeney splits the defense, lays it in. Dickerson. That's twice down the floor. They've settled for a 3-point.
And the reason they run it that way is because they want Reith at 6'10" to see if he can come out and get Dickerson. Dickerson's already made a 3. And they run that screen away so that when that Reith can't help out.
Blakeney but only 1 of 6 shooting. Sampson taking a 3 off the iron. Tigers control the rebound. LSU 2 of 13 on their three-point attempts in this game. Reef calling for it. Can't get it to him.
And a good job by Dickerson because he's not allowing Reef just an easy way to catch a basketball. Well, a terrific help by Victor. That wasn't his man. He came across the way. Good pass.
Blakeney for three.
Terrific, a terrific find by Mays. And when I was talking to Johnny Jones, I said, this kid could be really good. He goes, yeah, he's going to develop and learn and play. And we'll see what he can give him, especially on the offensive end.
He's played in 6 of their 7 games, averaging 9.7 minutes per game. Blakeney finds his spot and fires.
That's what he does.
Team fouls are even at 4 apiece.
And what you would expect shortly is for LSU to go on a little bit of a run, which would include fast break points, getting out, trying to get a stop now and then, and they're places that scorers get. I mean, he's going to be attacking and be aggressive when he gets the basketball.
Hayward goes inside to Patterson. They whip it out. Blakeney for the lead. Got it.
The guys that handle the ball, Cole and Draft.
They're 1 and 3 in the MEAC in assists per game.
And there's the 9th turnover by Cole.
Blakeney got the roll. LSU back on. Gives him 10 boards for the game. Blakeney traps guarding him, doesn't matter.
Gets his own miss in the corner. Sampson can't buy it. That putback is up and good for Antonio's game. A little up and under move by Sampson won't go. Gets his own miss. Here's Blakeney, wide open 3. Got it. Now it's Victor, a little too strong. Blakeney with the rebound. Second chance, he goes up and we'll get it to go down. Robinson lost the handle. LSU on a run out. Mays to Blakeney, got it to go, and that'll do it for the. Davis picks up the foul. It'll be his second. Blakeney high arching with a baseline. Gray blocked by Reef. Sampson back to Patterson. Cross-court pass. Blakeney got it. Biggest lead of the night. Here's Robinson. That 3 short. Boy, Houston came in for this game shooting over 45% from behind the arc and really struggling. 6.5 assists per game. Leads the American Conference in that department, 15th in the country, but now has 6 points.
Some quality wins in there. Nothing better than beating the Louisville Cardinals.
That had to be nice. That trip back from Louisville. Boy, nice, strong move. Half, shooting 57%. There's a block by Reed. That is 5 blocks tonight. This half.
But that's what impressed me. I talked about in the open. That his ability to play defense is going to be huge. 1.7 blocks a game coming in. He just got to learn how to play defense without fouling. They're going to go at him. You play the likes of Kentucky. They got some inside presence. You got to be ready to play defense without fouling. But great performance for him to keep his head in the game after a guy who didn't get to play really the first half.
Antonio Blakeney back in, works out front. Blakeney sees it down the line, the lane, the basket for Blakeney. Tillman sets him a screen. Lewis pulls up. 16. Can't get the bounce. And it's brought up by the biggest man on the floor, Albert Robertson. Down low it comes to Blakeney. Blakeney, he scores inside. Antonio Dowdy with the steal over to Williams. And stolen right back. The quick hands of Patterson. Gives it ahead. Blakeney puts it through. Just like that, LSU.
Yeah, that was great penetration by Dowdy. Drew the defenders. Tillman all alone. Dropped it off. All started with the penetration.
Blakeney, floater, good on the baseline. I have a feeling he'll be topping that as this career continues for the freshman.
Yeah, I think that young man's going to be a 20-point scorer in several games.
You see a dozen-point differential in the paint in favor of Virginia Commonwealth. Blakeney sees the lane, takes advantage, and scores. Another solid night for Tillman. He and Allie Cox coming in off the bench for VCU. Gives them 7 strong players, and we're seeing Dowdy really emerge tonight as the 8th, as Blake's going to be sitting for a while.
That's a big loss because his defense on Stiff, and it shows you the savviness of a Brandon Stiff as a redshirt junior. Be physical with them, take it right at him, and get him in foul trouble.
Blakeney having all kinds of problems. Jordan Baker right with him. Blakeney now. The floater, and he gets his 2 points. The 50s, low 60s at best. That plays to their strength.
Absolutely.
Blakeney working again. Back-to-back baskets. He's
could have taken that shot, but he sat down, found a better shooter, McDuffie, or found a better shot in McDuffie. McDuffie knocked it in. That's what the bench will do. Coaches, don't be afraid to sit, guys.
He's made 5 out of 9. Nice feathery touch there.
Nothing wrong with that. And when a guy puts his head down and goes to the baseline, you got a real problem. And LSU cause a turnover.
Shockers in the press. Broken. Here's Epps. Swings for the corner. The jumper by Blakeney. Yes, that 3 will wrap. The open shooter is Brown, but can't stick it. Blakeney to the lane and lays it in.
Oh, what a great there.
It's about the only thing that hasn't gone the Shockers' way.
Don't you think, Obi, that they hustle? I mean, 5 positions, they just hustle.
Everybody,
yeah. Like, he'll bring in 3 guys all at once, and, they just go.
Well, they're one of the practices that's a lot of fun to watch because you have that all-out effort 100% all the time. 3 well and Bert Smith, that's the crew. They've done an outstanding job and really let him go.
Yeah, because, you could see what Wichita State's really aggressive, and you could just make this a foul fest, I assume, if you want to, but.
Blakeney, that'll be a 2-pointer with a
stripes. Well, Mays did have the turnover a little while ago, but coming into the game, his assist-turnover ratio was great. 12 assists, just 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers already here for North Florida. The Tigers have it back, attacking left to right as Blakeney out wide on the left side. 1 dribble, now gives it off to Sampson straight away. Sampson will back up near the mid-circle, set the offense. Now give it back to Blakeney. 7 on the shot clock. Blakeney now starts to drive. Pull-up jumper, 17-footer. Left baseline is down the lane. Over to Sams. Ball fake. Drives baseline. Trying to get it out to Moore and taken away by Patterson. Patterson pushing it to Blakeney. Blakeney lays it up and in. Give him the hoop and the harm. And he gets the deuce, 30-23. Minu, pretty good spark off the bench now with 6 points. Blakeney in the lane. 14-footer in front of the free throw line. Hits every piece of iron but falls through. Osprey says Patterson looks to get it in play. Does so to Graves on the left side of the floor. Now back up top to Blakeney. Blakeney directing traffic now is Bodiger on him defensively. Blakeney goes right by him. Pull-up jumper. The floater in the air. Hits the back of the iron, then falls through good. Short. Mays picks it off the dribble. Mays down the floor, driving in. Gives it off underneath, and laying it up is Blakeney on the left side. Mays sucked the defense in the right side of the lane. He got his own rebound, misses everything. Came up from the left side, it hit nothing but glass. Comes off the right side, and Epps takes it away for the Tigers. I think Sams was surprised on that offensive rebound, how open he was, and he just rushed the shot. Epps out to Sampson. 7:14 clock moving second half. 61-54 Tigers lead. North Florida going to a 2-3 zone here. Blakeney tried to shoot him out of it. 3-ball left corner is good. That'll do it. 10-point lead. Matches their largest of the night. Game. 19 turnovers tonight for North Florida. Blakeney goes around 2 defenders. Goes up left side. Puts up a high shot and it's good. Tough one for Blakeney. It's 69-63.
The team, they're 7 for 21.
Coach Johnny Jones going with experience so far down the stretch is Blakeney. Free throw line jumper, good. I was about to say Patterson has been the majority of the To Blakeney, nice crossover. Blakeney gets down the lane. Teardrop jumper won't go. Got his own rebound this time. Uses the window. Junior now with 6 points. Here's Rowe driving the lane. Dishes off underneath. Abdur Rahim can't finish. Taken away. Epps gets it to Hayward in the front court for the Tigers. Swing pass Blakeney. Pull up three. And this one, nope, foot on. Left-handed dribble around the horn. Holland, deep three left corner. Loops around the rim, won't go. Pulled off the glass by Mays. Mays doing a good job on the glass tonight. Blakeney, deep in that left corner. Looking for Reith. He was covered up. They'll give it back to Mays. Mays crossover. Back to Blakeney. Deep three left corner, and he drains it. Miss, trying to cut into a 5-point lead. Holland goes down the lane. This time Mays blocks the shot from behind. Picked up by Epps. Now Mays has it down, and Blakeney have to put it in play along the end line. Left side underneath their basket. 4th team foul against Southern Miss. Send it out. Blakeney takes the inbounds up top. Crossover quickly. Blakeney, free throw line, pull up jumper. 15-footer is good. Baseline. 10-point lead. 50-40. Tigers out in front. Blakeney off the screen from Epps. Pull up jumper. Free throw line is good. The score remains as Robinson pulls down the board. Gets it off to Patterson. It'll be Robinson, Epps, Blakeney, Sampson, and Patterson handling it out top. Under 2 minutes to go now. 1:53. It's Blakeney. Pull up three, left wing. Good.
Top of the key, Blakeney lobs it down low. Robinson. Robinson turns with the left hand. 5-footer, no good. Sims tipped it. He's got his second offensive rebound. Back out long range, Blakeney. Blakeney now top of the key. Will dribble down the left side of the lane. Left-handed scoop to the hoop, and he's got it from the left side.
That's a great athletic move.
Gets it into Blakeney, shot fake, and then a 14-footer baseline is good. Great shot fake.
Nice shot, but slow this game. 1 of 7 before that shot, but